Hello, hello. Oh, I was like, why I still hear the music? It's freaking playing on my PC as well. Well,
I don't know where it's at, man.
I don't know. What's going on, y'all?
What up?
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Inferno Hot Corner. I'm your host, Biker Brown, along with my amazing co-host, Mr. Dreamer. How are we
Yes,
doing?
sir.
How you
I'm
feeling
doing
tonight?
right. I'm feeling fantastic. How are you feeling?
I'm
How are
feeling
you
good.
feeling?
I'm feeling pumped up. I mean, this weekend's gonna
I'm
be a
feeling
nice
like a
weekend, so
winner.
yeah. I'm feeling like a
What do you
winner this
think?
week as well, man. I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I've been checking the chat. I let them talk. They leave, and I start talking again.
Just gotta let him rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let them. You know,
Sometimes,
just let the team
sometimes
do
you
the
just gotta
talking.
let
You
the
know.
noise be the noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, let them talk their smack. But welcome in once again. I am Bikey. This is Dreamer. This is the
Yes,
Inferno
sir.
Hot Corner. We are now into episode 9, week 9, just finished up of the NFL football season. We have about 4 more weeks after this week before playoffs. 14 weeks, and then playoffs are weeks 15, 16, 17. As you know, there are 6 Inferno creators and 6 members of the Pride. Each of us creators selected 1 member from our community to represent, and if one wins, they both win. And Dreamer, would you like to do our weekly announcement of the prizes that the winning duo will receive?
Yeah, man. If you guys have been watching this long, you know exactly what we're playing for over here. You know, other than bragging rights, you know, it can be a real competitive group over here. But other than bragging rights, we are playing for the winning duo will receive a life-size Canes Inferno plushie, an assortment of Canes box combo cards, an Inferno trophy presented by Canes, which is the real prize there. 1 tailgate feeding of 10, 2 zip chair gaming items. Could be a chair, could be something else. I'm assuming it's probably a chair though.
Probably chair.
2 sure items, no telling what that may be, and 2 Paradox custom keyboards. So a lot of things to play for.
Yeah.
A lot of money value out there, but also a lot of
Yeah.
bragging rights.
Bragging rights, first and foremost, bragging rights. And secondly, it's literally like probably $2,000 worth of prizes. So, you know,
At least,
some big
easily.
prizes up at stake for us. So we'll get right into it. I know me and Dream are excited this week. You know, I'm just saying, you know, it's about time that both the hosts win on the same week.
All I'm saying is, man, is like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you just got 2 of the best teams in the league out here that finally got their
they're just
footing a
desserts.
little bit. You feel me?
Caught him
They're
slipping a
footing
little bit, you know. So let's get into it. We go with my game first, I guess, since it's the first thing on my list. We got myself versus OBG Medic. OBG Medic had been on a nice win streak going. He was 5-3. I was sitting pretty sad over at 2-6. But we end up being the highest scoring team of the week. So shout out to my team, putting up 166.63 points against a tough matchup. Yeah, I was actually projected to lose. I was actually projected to lose after that first half because Mahomes, Kelsey, and Kareem Hunt all playing, and you know,
at one point you were projected for like 189 points. No BS.
Oh really? Dang.
I was watching the projection throughout the games, and I'm just like, how is this man projected for 189?
Hey.
And then I saw you projected to lose. Yeah. And I was like, how did that happen?
How does this guy go from projected to win to, yeah, I saw it at halftime. I was like, 131. Ain't no way. And then this guy had he had Kate Otten on the Monday Night Football game, and he got the touchdown and had a bunch of yardage before half, and I was kicking myself. I was like, man, if Kelsey, Kareem Hunt, and Patrick Mahomes don't turn it up, I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Game of the year.
Thank goodness. 28 points.
Finally put up another 20-point game. Like barely hit 20 last week after not hitting it the entirety of the season.
Yeah.
And then almost puts up 30. Like
starting to hit his stride. I'm telling you, they're slow starters
all year. Like, you know, most touchdowns in a game this year. No interceptions for the first time this year.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Yeah, I mean, we did go up against Lamar Jackson, you know, obviously doing Lamar Jackson things, one of the top quarterbacks in the league, fantasy wise and in real life. Over on the second lineup, we had Kareem Hunt going up against a little Chase Brown. Chase Brown, he's been a beast. I mean, you know, Rip Zach Moss. I know Zach Moss was out this week, so he even had even more of his usage. Chase Brown's that guy, so I mean, still a great pickup by OBG Medic to have him on his team, on his roster. But you know, I only lose 7 points there. Kareem Hunt with the game-winning touchdown there to give me a little extra security to emphasize that win. I did like to see Alvin Kamara, broken hand and all, still pop off. 29 carries, 155 yards, another 6 catches for 60 yards. Thank goodness.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
Back.
I mean, dude, Kamara touched the ball like 25 or 35 times that game.
Yeah, and he didn't even get a touchdown.
Didn't even get a touchdown. 28 points, no touchdown. Fucking nuts. Like, what?
Insane. Joe Mixon. I mean, Joe Mixon technically had his quote unquote worst game, but every single game this season that he's been healthy, aside from the one he got hurt and the games he missed, of course, he's had over 100 yards rushing and a touchdown. So I mean, Joe Mixon is just a workhorse over there on Houston. He still put up, you know, big numbers for running back. And then here's where the separation begins. We got my boy Amon-Ra, Jaden Reed, after laying goose eggs last week, coming through for me, both of them, you know, putting up 15 plus points, going up against Jamar Chase and Romeo Dobbs, who couldn't outscore them combined, couldn't outscore either of them. The tight end matchup was really nice between Travis Kelce and Cade Otton. They played pretty well respectively for their teams. I mean, Travis Kelce had 14 receptions. He did lose a fumble. He didn't catch a touchdown, but you know, 14 receptions is insane.
I mean, 14 for 16. Like,
yeah,
100 yards flat. Like, I mean, that's a hell of a game.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Aaron?
Which is crazy because D-Hop got like 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I know. D-Hop. Yeah, I don't know who has D-Hop in our league, but you know, D-Hop, you know, who knows? That might be.
He was Havoc.
Oh, I wonder if he started him.
I don't even know if he played.
Yeah, he had Jacoby Myers surprisingly catching 8 catches for 105 yards, putting up 17 points against my Josh Downs with 10 points. But you know, in the kicker field, outscored him by 6. Shout out McPherson. And
Havoc did not play D-Hop. He played Cedric Tillman over him.
Oh, Cedric Tillman also did well though.
Cedric Tillman, Drake London, Khalil Shakur is who he played.
Nice. Looking over to the bench, I mean, I did have Tony Pollard on the bench. I was worried if that was gonna bite me in the ass to finish off. Fortunately, it did not. I was getting a little nervous when my projected. Yeah, I went from you said like 180 something to like 130.
180, bro.
Yeah,
and
it just tanked. Yeah.
That is the biggest tank of a projection I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, so I'm happy that they turned around. You know, I'm pretty happy with my bench. Obviously, you know, I don't know if Deontay Johnson's going to play out over in Baltimore, if it's upgrade or not, because Zay Flowers been popping off over there. ETN.
How many times are you going to keep trying to trade me Pollard for A.J. Brown?
You want to trade Pollard for A.J. Brown? I don't want A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's a bum.
Yeah, how many times are you going to keep trying to send that trade through?
Not anymore. Hey, man, guys with the hamstring injuries, I'm telling you, they reactivated. I think his injury report on A.J. Brown said his knee, and that knee is connected to your hamstring. So I'm okay. I'm cool off that now. I have officially stopped that. I do like the Aaron Rodgers on the bench. Maybe I do like the Aaron Rodgers on the bench kind of thing there. He has a solid backup QB that he's keeping away from the rest of the league. I think Aaron Rodgers, his outlook. He's actually one of my waiver wire pickups of the week for other leagues that he's available in, just because I think that now he has so much offensive firepower that they might get the ball rolling here.
Meanwhile, I have no backup QB.
Yeah, me neither. I don't believe in that. I just pick a flyer. I just pick a flyer if I need one. You just gotta hope that your starting QB is good. And luckily, Patrick Mahomes has been buns all season, but he's starting to turn up. Just like I projected, you know, he's kind of a second half of the season playoffs kind of guy. So, you know, I did not want to fall to 2-6 before he started heating up, but hey, better late than never. I will take this dub easily.
Yeah, we love a good dub out of the host. And speaking of hosts, let's go ahead and
let's go. We gotta start with the celebration. You know.
Now here's the thing. Okay, I'm fighting my teammate over here. My teammate's had a really rough year. Weirdly enough, he got his first win last week. Okay, but you know when you're going up against the big dog here, not really getting much out of me. But
yeah,
go ahead and look at my team. Josh Allen doing absolutely fantastic. Josh Allen things. The crazy part is at the half, I think he had 2 points.
Turned it up.
And then all of a sudden just turned it up for 3 touchdowns. So had a 40-yard touchdown, 50-yard touchdown. Both one of those being to Ray Davis, and I think the other one being
the Ray Davis one.
I think Keon Coleman, but I can't remember. But I turned it up. Joe Burrow played fantastic. 251 yards, 5 touchdowns.
5 tutties.
5 tutties.
None to Jamar Chase, which I'm
Jamar
thankful
Chase
for.
somehow didn't get either one of those, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But we go Chuba Hubbard doing Chuba Hubbard, absolute fantastic.
Yo, he's been a solid late round pick.
I mean, he's just ridiculous. Like, he's not even a late round pick. He was a waiver pickup. Bro.
Oh, what? He was a waiver for you, yeah.
Brother, Piffin drafted him in the 11th round, dropped him September 11th.
You know, don't talk about that guy, man.
Literally dropped him the day that the day after the season started, and then I just pick him up and hold. Tank Bigsby doesn't do absolutely anything on 8 carries, 22 yards.
Love to see that for my ETN, even though ETN didn't do anything either.
Yeah, literally, they almost beat Philly. They should have beat Philly.
They almost beat Philly with 0 running game. Yeah.
Dude, I was watching that entire game. It's ridiculous. No running game, no Christian Kirk. Crazy.
Then you got
Tyrone Tracy having in my opinion, a mediocre game from Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah.
This is he's been kind of back and forth. I mean, he had week 5, 14 points, week 6, 21 points. Had a rough game against Philly with 5. Pittsburgh turned back up for 24 and Washington 7. So maybe division games just aren't his thing. Maybe I'll have to sit him against Dallas or something like that. But coming up against Carolina, he'll bounce back. Bye in week 11, fine. Tampa Bay, cool. Sit him against Dallas. I mean, realistically though, with the way their run game has been, I mean, fucking play him against Dallas as the only team, or like personal team or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Austin Eckler has a good game.
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. out for the week, so he was a good plug and play. I wish I knew that news on a couple of my other leagues because I would have plugged them in. But good game for him.
Facts. AJ Brown doesn't get a whole lot of anything.
Ooh, Philly receiver matchup right here.
Yeah, day to day, dealing with a knee issue. Obviously, his counterpart over there in Philly outplays him over there. Only on 6 targets, which is crazy. But that touchdown, I don't know if you saw that touchdown. He had a ridiculous touchdown.
I did not see
ridiculous. One-handed in the back of the end zone, toe drag, like ridiculous. It was kind of crazy. It was actually
was it another one of those like shin touch before the knee kind of thing?
It wasn't even shin. It was like toe tap.
Oh, nice.
Like toe tap back of the end zone, stretched out, one-handed, over the shoulder type of catch. Like it was kind of crazy.
Then it was
actually the go-ahead touchdown, which is nuts.
Nice. Next matchup is reverse Uno over here. You got Garrett Wilson popping off, and you got Chris Olave almost dying on the field. Knock on wood.
Crazy, again, which is nuts. But everybody thought Garrett Wilson was going to decline due to Devontae Adams coming over. I told you guys to hold on. I told you guys that if you literally give him the space to not be double teamed, he's gonna keep the production. His production hasn't even dropped. Like, look at this guy, man.
He's gotten better.
Like, he went from he had the big 23 target game or whatever, not before Devontae got there, but he's 10, 9, 8, 10, but his production has gone up. So I mean, his yards per catch is going up. 2 touchdowns this week, fantastic, right? Olave, like you said, literally damn near died on the field.
Yeah, thank God he's okay.
For hopefully being okay.
Yep.
Tight end matchup, about the same, but I take a little bit of an edge with Ferguson getting a couple drop-offs that went for 10, 15 yards.
Yeah.
DJ Moore somehow outplays Marvin Harrison, but
both ass
kind of stunk it up.
DJ Moore also walked out the field, so I don't know. You might have some.
You know what? I saw that video. He didn't walk off the field. He just thought he got sacked. Did you see that video?
No, I didn't. I just know he was scrambling like crazy. Caleb was scrambling like crazy, and then DC post game was the last play when Caleb kind of got hurt or limping. Then he kind of shoulder checked him a little bit.
Did he?
A little bit. I'm just saying. I feel some tension over there in Chicago. They're on a losing streak. They're in my division, but
that's a hard place to play at. Like playing for that team when it's just so wishy-washy, like anybody can get removed at any time. Like it's just a hard place to play at.
Stout scored Marvin Harrison Jr. though. I've never really been a believer in him, but hey,
I'm a believer. Who I'm not a believer in, Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray just, oh my God, I don't even want to talk about him.
I mean, put it like this, man. Like, don't get me wrong, Marvin Harrison Jr. He's got to work on the drop balls. He's definitely, there are a couple times where he's really just like he's dropping the ball. You know what I mean? Now, it was raining in Arizona. The roof was open, it was raining hard. But one, the fact that he's only on the field for 74% of the snaps, you're fucking up. That's your wide receiver one. Okay. Two, the fact that he's only getting 5 targets a game, you're fucking up. Okay. If you're going to give a receiver like this 5 targets a game, one, you're going to miss at least 1 or 2 of those passes, which means he only has the opportunity to catch 3 or 4 of them. There's a possibility of him dropping one of them, which is why he ends up with 2 receptions for 5 targets. Now look at his yards per catch.
Yeah.
17. So give him the ball. Like, give him the ball. Get him on a screen. Get him on a slant. Put him in the post. Like something, man. Get him the ball.
Or don't.
Anyways,
and just give it to Trey McBride. That's fine with me too.
I mean, I'm glad he didn't get the ball this week. I'm just speaking from a football fan standard. But, thank God he didn't get the ball this week.
Hey, man, how about your boy Justin Tucker, man? Your boy is making his kicks now after a shaky start to the season.
You know what's crazy, though? These kicks still look like they're not going to go in. I was watching that game, dude. I was sitting at work watching that game, and there's just like there were like three of those. I
mean, all 7 of those are basically extra point distance because extra point is what, 33 yards, 32 yards,
something like that. Like I think it's like 32. All extra point distance, and like 3 of them look like they weren't going to go in, bro.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, bro. He's threading the needle.
How about your defense outscoring him by 23? Very concerning that he started Denver against Baltimore, but you know, maybe he didn't think that he needed to worry about his defensive.
You know what's crazy? I started Denver in another league too, just because I kind of felt like I had to. But starting him against Baltimore is just that's tough. That's a rough one. LA against Cleveland, I kind of knew that was a shoe-in. I don't think I expected 3 picks and 6 sacks.
Yeah.
But I'll take the shoe in. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. Was that a block? Or is it nice?
Yeah, a blocked and a forced fumble.
Yeah, I'll take that. Only 292 yards allowed.
Let's see, how many points did you win by? You won by like almost 50. All right, never mind. That's a 23-point swing right there. All right.
And then
Rico Dowdle on the bench, huh?
So here's the crazy part, right? This is let me set up for this. At 9:52, 8 minutes before kickoff, I take Rico Dowdle out and plug in Tracy. If I would have lost because of that decision, I'd have freaked the fuck out. I promise.
Yeah, you would have.
I took him out 8 minutes before kickoff, bro.
Hey, Tyree.
It's just like, it's ridiculous. What's up, sis?
I think nice. Hello, Dreamer sis. I think Dowdle too. Like, we'll see what happens because it looks like they're putting Dak on IR, and Cooper Rush is going to be the man going forward. I know Cooper Rush could throw that thing though because he's been successful and been with Dallas for a while.
I mean, Cowboy trade today too. Cowboys traded for Jonathan Mingo from Carolina.
Yeah, I remember Mingo. I don't know if he's done anything in recent years, but you know, I remember that name.
Been in Carolina, so like, what you know what
that's true.
He hasn't exactly had a quarterback.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I do think the running game is going to be heavily leaned on. I do want to see what they do running game wise from Dallas because like there's some weird stuff going on in the background with Zeke right now. I mean, he was literally left off the plane and told to stay home going to Atlanta. So like,
really?
Yeah, he was left off the plane. I guess he missed meetings on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Like he missed team meetings. So like he was completely scratched and left in Dallas when they flew to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what's going on with them. I got no idea, man. But you know, we're gonna
cue the speculative ad of Dalvin Cook potentially this week, maybe. Tyria, I'm sorry. Sorry, Tyria.
She's a little aggressive. She's from New Orleans. Well, she's not from New Orleans, but she lives in New Orleans. She's aggressive.
Not from New Orleans. It's New Orleans.
New Orleans. But yeah, great week.
Hey,
I mean, the host
great win. You know, 2 of the top 3 scoring teams of the week make up some ground on the points, which we need really bad.
Speaking of making up ground, let's go ahead and get to Dossel losing over here to 6.
We like that. We like to see that. So Dossel putting up 95 points against Sick Kicks, who puts up 136. You know, he made a little recovery on his points there with Baker Mayfield on Monday night, but Man, where did he go wrong? Let's see. We have, A-Chain's looking nice now that Tua's back. Obviously, the resurgence of A-Chain is good. Those of you that may have traded for him in other leagues, kudos to you. I traded for him early in the season and I had to suffer through the 2 weeks, but now I'm happy again because he is back, and that means A-Chain is back. Kieran Williams, probably his worst game of the season, really, even though it's not like terrible stat wise. I mean, 69 yards, he almost had 100 yards rushing, receiving,
That was his worst
but
game
no
of the season,
touchdown.
actually,
Yeah, because he's been like in the top 5 of RBs like all season,
which is
arguably top
crazy to
3.
think that was his worst game because like he played 99% of the snaps.
Yeah, no, he still plays good. Just he just wasn't getting the, and he gets the touches, like 22 carries, like 20 plus carries.
Yeah, they just couldn't break through that defense, man. That like he had a play. I think he had a play at the it was like 2-yard line or something like that.
Got
But there was a
stuffed.
holding call that pulled them back from the 2-yard line.
Oh,
He got stuffed and they got a holding call on the same play.
yeah.
So like he just
Yeah.
couldn't get his touchdown. If he got a touchdown right there, I think that puts him at like 18.
Yeah, I think fortunately for him, Jonathan Taylor has his worst game of the season as well, and Aaron Jones doesn't do too much either, having his relatively mediocre game basically for him. And then this is where it gets a little crazy, is we got Devontae Adams, finally getting his first touchdown as a Jet, popping off. CeeDee Lamb, he outscored CeeDee Lamb there. Dunze versus McLaurin, pretty straight matchup. They're both popping off pretty well. Dunze was the only bright spot for Chicago's offense this week.
Yeah.
Battle of tight
You know what's
ends.
crazy?
Battle
Kyler
of
Murray
Dookie.
didn't even throw a touchdown.
I know. I wonder who started Kyler Murray this week, because I started him in a couple leagues, and
They won 29-9. I think he had 4 points in fantasy.
yeah, I don't know how they won. Yeah, it must have been some
man.
defensive something crazy.
Oh,
must
it was
have
the
happened.
running game. James Conner and Dikembe took over.
Oh yeah, true. And Mercado had that. He turned on the Jets for like a long touchdown run too. And the story of the tale of this 40-point loss, 31 of them go from this guy having Alan Lazard in his lineup who's inactive, going up against Zay Flowers. So huge. Yeah, that's a huge. I mean,
hasn't played in 2 weeks.
yeah, a huge mistake there from Doss. I don't know. Maybe he's been fishing too much or something, but he just completely dropped the ball on Lazard. I mean,
he wouldn't know what it was, but like,
yeah, he just had his best lineup apparently.
actually,
Because look at his bench, he has nobody.
He's on a
So,
bye, bro. He's had a rock.
But I think he should have dropped Lazard and just plug and play with anybody
He
else.
should have plug and played, but like in hindsight, like hindsight's 2020, obviously.
Yeah,
But like he lost by what 40?
yeah.
Like you're not plug and playing at 40. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's
Yeah,
got
flag.
He's got 2 kickers, man. But I guess he wants to keep Chris Ball as well.
He also still has Zach Moss there, so
And Zach Moss. Zach Moss he's dead now, man. He's honestly done for,
it's a wrap.
unfortunately.
call
So
it a career.
yeah. Over on the bench for Mr. Sick Kicks, I mean, he says Gino there, leading yardage getter, but also probably leading interception thrower, I'm gonna say.
This guy has 3 defenses.
This guy
What the fuck are we doing?
This guy has 3 defense. He's just hogging the defenses. I can't wait till the depth comes and bites you in the ass.
Oh,
you
dude, I
know.
can't wait till like
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna. He has a lot of people that I have on other teams, so I'm not gonna say.
His
You know
starters
what?
are
I can't
all,
wait
his
till
starting
Zay
lineup is really
Flowers-
good.
Can't wait till Zay Flowers tears an ACL.
Honestly, I can't wait till Deontay Johnson starts getting a little more involved in the reps there, and hopefully it takes from. I honestly can't believe Zay Flowers is doing this well. It's crazy because
On 53% of snaps, by the way.
yeah, his average per catch is just insane. It's mainly like, even like if you look at Lamar Jackson's stats, like this guy's throwing less than 20 times a game and still averaging 300 yards. Like it's pretty ridiculous what they got going on over in Denver, but it's a lot of run after catch. Maybe, the fact that Derrick Henry is so great, it's really opening up that passing game when they need it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
kickers,
ridiculous.
defense, same. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he's just hogging defenses so other people can't have him or something, but
Dude, Xavier Worthy with -1.
yeah, Xavier Worthy, man, he's
carries
just
-2 yard, -10
10 yards. Yeah, he's
He's not a running back, Mahomes. Get him active.
yeah, he's 89% rostered. He might be on a drop list for people. I mean, I think now that DeAndre Hopkins is here, DeAndre Hopkins has arrived. You got Travis Kelce, You even got what's his freaking name? You even got McCall Hardman getting some runs in. Juju Smith-Schuster should be coming back from injury soon.
I think they just gotta
know.
let him rock though. They gotta let Worthy rock, but they gotta like, I don't know, throw him in the slot, man. Turn him into a Tavon Austin, because like what you're doing with him right now is not it.
He's not being
Like, you're
utilized.
trying to run him, but the thing is like when he lines up in that slot and starts in motion, like the mic immediately follows him.
Yeah,
every time.
The thing is, though, is like him and McCall Hardman are like the same player, and McCall Hardman caught the game winning touchdown in the Super Bowl last year. So I mean, I'm just saying, like
they're gonna respect.
McCall Hardman's gonna get his.
OGs, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. I don't know what his. Let me see what his snap count. 68%. Okay, so 68%. He had 2 targets
the whole year too.
And then look at McCall Hardman. McCall Hardman.
He's not even getting playing time.
Yeah, McCall Hardman played 18% of snaps and still outperformed him.
Yeah,
like
he's not even getting playing time, but he's
making the most. Yep.
Like they're putting him in the positions to be efficient.
Yeah, but over here on our LVI division, we are happy to see the boy also go down, and we'll take that. You know, we'll take those. We'll take those. Going into our next matchup, we got the number one seed of our division, Havoc, just continuing to surprise everybody. He's
starting to piss me off. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know, he's starting. I mean, you know, he has Sam Darnold in for the bye week. Brock Purdy. You know, J.K. Dobbins, one of the first waivers he got to pick because he lost week 1 and had priority. He's been killing it for him. J.K. Dobbins has been killing it all season. Derrick Henry obviously been killing it all season. We got Agon's dropping the ball by having Brian Robinson Jr. in the starting lineup, who was out for the day. Jalen Hurts actually been popping off. What's his rank as a QB? Number 6 QB? Okay, I feel like he's been doing a lot more lately. Obviously, almost like averaging 30 points a game the last 4 weeks since the bye.
I mean, he had what, 26, 25, 37, 33?
Yeah, he's been getting a rushing touchdown or 2 or 3 the last 3 weeks. You know, tush push and all. You know, Breece Hall let him down a little bit this week. You know, maybe it was, you know, no touchdown for him. It was more of kind of a receiver show in this game. Shoot, J.K. Dobbins though, that 24-0 against Brian Robinson right there. That's gonna hurt him. You know, Drake London, Jerry Jeudy, 7 catches, 73 yards. A little surprising. But you know,
I wouldn't say it's surprising. I mean, he's wide receiver one over there.
I don't know. Cedric Tillman seems like he might be that guy now. But he didn't catch a touchdown. But I mean, really, I guess it's good for those of you that held on to Jeudy. BTJ also kind of fallen off this week. Honestly, the story, shit. I don't know. He started Cedric Tillman and got 18 from him.
I'm actually curious.
I think the story of this
Winston put the ball in the air 46 times.
Yeah, no, Jameis always throws that thing. He throws it.
But he only completed 26.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about it is that they let Jameis is always, he's kind of like Geno, where they just let him just keep throwing it, even if he's throwing picks, throwing touchdowns, throwing whatever he wants, they let him throw the ball. Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, I mean, there isn't really much of I mean, that 24-point difference right there, the 17-point difference against Breece Hall. I mean, JSN really keeps Agons in the game with a monster game. Dude, 37.
I watched that whole game.
Yeah, no DK Metcalf.
Dude, that was crazy. 7 for 13, 180 yards.
Yeah.
Like, you catch 7 passes and put up 180 yards is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, you're averaging literally 25 yards a catch.
Yep. And then, you know, Cedric Tillman kind of tries to keep up. He has a good game. He caught a touchdown pass, you know, there towards the end. And then, you know, they got you know, he closed the gap a little bit. I think the biggest differential here, though, is going to be the kicker defense combo. We got Tyler Bass and Tennessee combining for just under 30 points versus Young Ho and New Orleans put up 11. So, I mean, there's a 19-point differential there alone just on the defense and kicker side. It's very important. Just got to emphasize that the kicker and defense you pick, you know, each week it shuffles. People on bye week. Matchups really matter on these the most.
I was a little surprised to see that Tennessee defense did what it did against New England. New England's not exactly a powerhouse, but
yeah,
I mean,
not this much points though. Yeah,
2 interceptions,
fumble
4 sacks,
recovery,
forced fumble recovery for a touchdown. By the way,
was it a touchdown? I don't know if it was a touchdown.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it didn't say TD.
But it was kind of ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, and to Havoc's 27-point win. I mean, he also had D Hop on his bench,
So maybe it wasn't a touchdown.
Havoc's.
There was a long fumble recovery for a touchdown somewhere. My bad.
No, you're good. I mean, he had Darnell Mooney on his bench and Kirk Cousins if you want to do that combo. I mean, Darnell Mooney. I mean, he had all receivers in, so I guess he would have made up 15 points if he swapped them out for BTJ. He has no other running backs really except for Bray Allen, and that wouldn't have worked there. Puka Nacua, lucky he benched him, honestly, because I feel like Puka Nacua should be a must start, but he likes to throw punches and get ejected. So
Bro, that was such a random thing.
Yeah, and even it just looked like a football, like football. They always be pushing each other and stuff like that, but I guess he pushed him in the head, so they call it a punch.
He's just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? Like, what just happened, bro?
Yeah, he was just like,
you
wait.
Just went 0 to 100 in like half a second, brother. Calm down.
I mean, honestly, Havoc's team looks pretty damn well rounded. Obviously,
on paper, it looks like a good team.
Yeah, I think now he has DeAndre Hopkins. T. Higgins should be coming back from injury shortly. Deebo Samuel's he's better than having Brandon Ayuk at least. So I mean, obviously now for sure 'cause he's out for the season. But having D Hop and Cedric Tillman, he literally pretty much got like improved his team over the last 2 weeks off of waivers. Probably, well, I don't know how long he's had D Hop, if he's had him for a while, but like. He's got some weapons. His running backs are locked down. He really only has 2 running backs. Have they had their bye weeks yet? I feel like, has Baltimore had a bye week yet? No, Baltimore has not had a bye week yet. Baltimore's bye week isn't until right before playoffs last week, but he'll probably secure his spot by then. J.K. Dobbins had his bye week already, so I mean, he doesn't have a third running back because he traded me Kamara. Who did I give him? I don't even know who I gave him. Does he even have who I gave him still? Who did I trade him for? I don't even know. He must have.
Wait, who'd you trade who for?
Havoc. I got Kamara from. Oh, my bad. It's because on his IR is probably. Wait, did they put DK Metcalf on IR?
I don't think so.
I don't see him on his roster, so he must be put on IR.
Yeah, but even if he's not on IR, they can put him on he can like throw him on IR if it just designates him as.
Wait, really? Let me check this.
If it designates him as out, like that's what I've been doing all year with like Goddard and AJ Brown.
What? I thought they had to be out for at least 4 weeks to put him as in the IR slot.
If you just designated as out, you could toss him in IR really quick and like pick somebody up.
Dang, you guys got some inside information that I did not know of.
I've been doing that shit all year with Goddard and
He's sick of his team spamming Trade Block Live. He does be putting everybody on Trade Block, but he doesn't even trade anybody.
Go look at the chat. Go look at the chat right
now. Oh, why is it down here? Oh, you just put. Speaking of Trade Block. Oh.
You just threw them all out there,
Trade Block Live. Damn.
Come get it. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I don't know if I want. I don't know if I want any of that. Hey, I like you. Nice putting the link in there for the YouTube live in there. I like that. Yeah. That's utilizing our area right there. All right, we got 2 more matchups for the week. Let's see. We got
2 more matchups. Who we got? We got Aaron versus Tamer. Let's go, Aaron.
Everybody, give it up for Aaron, man. Aaron, shout out to Aaron. Tamer suffers his 3rd loss in like 4 weeks now, I want to say.
Let's go.
The strat, speaking of the one and only Kyler Murray putting up a cool little 5 points.
Oh, we love that. I didn't even realize he had him.
Yeah, Dak Prescott obviously getting hurt first half or whatever, around about the halfway mark of their game.
Yeah, in the areas what's crazy? In the areas the halfway mark, and Cooper Kupp still put the ball in the air 26 times before he came in. I didn't even realize that.
Cooper Rush?
Dude, Cooper Rush. He put the ball in the air 26 times after
they let him throw. They let him
throw. They just let him chuck it.
Hell yeah. Chuck it football.
Chuck it, bro. That shit was nuts. But we got James Conner over here with 18 carries, 107 yards, 3 for 3 and 12 yards. Didn't even put up a touchdown. But got us points on the ground. Jameer Gibbs, 11 carries, 65 yards and a touchdown. Sounds like Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah.
Sounds a little less than Jameer Gibbs actually. Usually, to be honest.
Bijan, Aaron robbed everybody of Bijan Robinson. Whoever he robbed, was it you or? I think he robbed Soap. He robbed Soap.
Yeah, Soap was the one with be. Yeah. You know what's crazy? Like Bijan did absolutely nothing all year.
He's been decent. Look at this.
I mean, actually, yeah.
Like the fact that you guys
Yeah, but Soap needed depth, man. Soap needed depth. Soap had no depth whatsoever. So even when he traded Bijan, like he got a little bit of depth out of it, but then I'm pretty sure his
and Tyreek Hill, man, this guy robbed y'all. This guy, I mean, Tyreek Hill is having terrible games right now, but it's only a matter of time until him and Tua. Like, I'm probably putting the house on.
Yeah, but even with me, like,
I'll put
like,
anytime touchdown. I'll put the house on Tyreek Hill this next week.
Yeah, well, I hope so, but
well, not for you.
no. When you look at my core, like when I traded Tyreek Hill, right?
Yeah.
Go look at my core while I take a drink. I got the hiccups.
Let me just go. Let's go look at this trade. Oh shit! I'm trying to pull up the trade right here that went down. Let's see. We had. All right. So you gave up. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. It's only
give
showing
up Tyreek Hill.
Oh, you had both of them?
No, I had Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
and
it's not showing it as a three-way. That's why it's showing it.
Who else did I trade off?
Yeah, Tyreek Hill. It looks like DJ Moore, Rico Dowdle, Bucky Irving, and Marvin Harrison Jr. I know Marvin Harrison Jr. was owned by Aaron. I know that. I think you probably had Dowdle, maybe. No, you still have Dowdle.
I got Dowdle, and I got DJ Moore, and I got Keenan Allen. Those are the three that I got.
Dowdle.
I traded off. Who did I trade off?
Yeah, did you have Bucky Irving?
No, I didn't have Bucky Irving. That came from Soap.
Okay. This is weird. It's just not. It's not adding it right. But
yeah, it's a little weird. Who did I trade off? I can't remember. I know I traded off Tyreek, and if I'm not mistaken, I traded off Cortland Sutton, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, Sutton was before to Piffin.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was the original trade to Piffin.
Yeah.
Also traded off James Cook, which hurts a little bit now that I'm looking at no running back depth, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really lose the trade. I needed a little bit of depth.
I don't think you lost.
I
think Aaron hold your boy Soap, and you're just a middleman that happened to just kind of like stay even.
I don't even really think he hoed him when you look back at Soap and Soap needed depth. Like, okay, Bucky Irving didn't turn into what everybody was going to. He still has time. Soap ended up with Keenan Allen out of the trade, even though I dropped him. He picked him right back up, so he didn't really lose him because he did throw Keenan Allen into the trade. And then Soap ended up with, I think, Marvin Harrison Jr. And it's like you expect Marvin Harrison Jr. to do more, but like can't really plan for that. You know what I mean?
just don't think I would give up Bijan for Marvin Harrison Jr., but that's me personally. Obviously, hindsight 2020. We'll keep moving forward. Going over to the other side though, we have Saquon Barkley with the insane, never before seen in my watching of NFL career reverse hurdle after the spin move.
That was crazy.
Saquon's insane, man. He's having a crazy year. Live too. Yeah, he insane. 199 yards total, rushing and receiving. He did lose a fumble, but he makes it up with 2 TDs, puts up 33 points. Him and Derrick Henry just.
I mean, Saquon's the only reason why like Chamber was even slightly close. And this is why I tell people, okay, when you draft heavy running back, all right. Yes, it's good for the first couple games of the season. The receivers are trying to get back with their quarterback. But what's definite is this running back is going to touch the ball no matter what, right? When you get deeper into this fantasy season and these wide receivers start getting hurt and so on and so forth, like you can't just rely on non-receiving running backs. You can't. Jahmyr Gibbs, 1 for 2 on receptions. Saquon Barkley, 3 for 4 on receptions. Yes, he put up 40 yards. But that's the only reason you have 33. Your wide receiver 1 in this situation is Elijah Moore. Your wide receiver 2 is Wan'Dale Robinson. Your best receiver on your team right now is your tight end.
Yeah, Brock Bowers.
Now I understand you got George Pickens on a bye, but that's not even saying much. He might not even be the best receiver on his team next week. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like he
needs to trade one of his running backs. He needs to trade one of his. He's got 4 running backs that are all RB2, RB1s. You know, he has 2 RB1s, 2 RB2s. He needs a receiver.
For the better of him, in my opinion, he needs to either trade Jahmyr Gibbs or Saquon. One or the other. Like he has to get rid of one of those top 2 and get a secondary running back, and a wide receiver 1. That's what he needs to do. But even then, like when you look at Jahmyr Gibbs, you're not going to get a secondary running back and a wide receiver 1 out of that.
That might be a straight trade.
No,
Saquon
you're going to
would
have
be
to
the
go
one.
straight Saquon Barkley if you really wanted to get like a good haul out of it.
I know he's not
And I don't
trading
think he's
him.
going to do it.
He's not.
I don't think he's gonna
He's
do it.
been stingy with all his.
Friday.
He's been stingy on all his trades. He's trying to prove that his 4 running back strat's gonna work out. Aaron on the other side, his team is priming for playoffs right now. I think he's getting set up. I mean, he's got Jettas and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is not gonna be this bad for much longer. Jettas number 1 receiver in the league. Mark Andrews, he's kind of showed glimpses of coming around and then kind of takes the seat back again.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Aaron's team 4 years ago would be the craziest team in the fucking world.
These are everybody was peaking right here. Dak,
we're talking about
Connor,
Dak Prescott, James Conner,
Bijan, Hill, Jefferson,
Tyreek Hill, Jefferson, Andrews, Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors rookie, but
defense.
Yeah, and he got Tua back. He might even go with the Tua. I was able to pick up Tua in a couple of my leagues, but he got him here, and he's got Tua for backup now, which is perfect now that Dak Prescott goes down. It opens up a roster spot for him where probably Tua is going to start the rest of the season.
And guess who dropped Tua?
I don't know, you? Piffin. Yeah, he didn't want to wait for him. I mean, it's all timing, right? I think I would have dropped him too just to free up a roster spot, but I would have picked him up 2 weeks prior. So in my other leagues, I started stashing him on. Well, I mean, you have IR, so I don't know who else he had on IR to not just IR him, but it is what it is. Nick Chubb, still waiting for that man to come around. I have him in a couple other leagues. I honestly am pulling for Nick Chubb to come around.
I don't think he does this year. I think he takes the rest of the year to kind of get into formalities.
Yeah.
And then
he's still trying to work up the snap count. I mean, 35% snap. I mean, he had 61%. He had a touchdown. He had a touchdown his first game back. I'm just,
you also can't do that to the guy. Like, you put him in for 35% of the snaps and he touches the ball 15 times.
Yeah. So you might as well just
more than half the snaps.
You might as well give him more snap counts for reps and then just let him be a blocking back for a little bit more.
But it's also like anytime he was in the game, they knew he was going to run the fucking ball at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
One thing that might hurt him might be the death of Jordan Mason if McCaffrey is indeed coming in next week, coming back this next week, which is supposed to be the case.
That's why I turned around. I don't know if you saw it, but I turned around and picked up Isaac Garendo too.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
just to hold possibly.
Yeah, I think Mason would have been nice for somebody to trade him away before it got this late, but it is what it is. I'm sure he's gonna be hunting the waiver wire for him. Calvin Ridley, Hunter Henry, I guess they kind of did their thing, even though they're not really a start options in my opinion, but he's got him there probably for a bye week, for who knows, maybe he starts Hunter Henry over Mark Andrews. I don't know. On Tamer's side, for some reason he has Caleb Williams on his bench. I guess he did play well for a good 2 or 3 weeks, but I think he's back to being poop again. He had a 3 and 4 week stretch where he was kind of cool, and people were like, "Oh my god, yeah, this is the number 1 pick," and then now he's kind of back to being Caleb Williams again. Rashad White, just riding his bench every week. He's just kind of RB2-ish flex.
His last 3 weeks have been really good.
Rashad White, I'm surprised he didn't start him, but that's what happens when you have 4 running backs. You can't start all 4. So, just a wasted space where you could have had a receiver instead helping him out. But, we like those, though. We like those. Aaron, congratulations on the dub, helping move Tamer down to 6-3, bring him a little bit closer to me and the boy Dreamer. And
man, we're trying to make a run.
Yeah, while also keeping your playoff hopes alive. Looks like we'll be looking at the standings here after this last matchup, but you might be getting close. All right, last but not least, let's talk about my man's Mr. B. Piffin putting a spanking against Defy, who only starts players when he's playing against me. And this guy should be 0-9 right now, man. I'm still pissed.
Dude, Pro has fucking 2 wins and it's us.
This guy's literally he just ruined our season.
He keeps putting in the group chat, I'm not even that far behind Bikey.
Yeah.
You're not even playing.
Yeah, this guy's he never had your car.
Man.
Piffin looking nice. Jane Daniels had a scare for an injury, within the recent weeks, but back at it again, going up against his football giants, popping out for 23 points. David Montgomery. This is actually now 2 weeks in a row, maybe 3 weeks in a row. David Montgomery hasn't scored a TD. A little worrisome, but he,
It is wild because he's
literally a TD animal. I think ever since he lost his streak, they haven't really. Sorry, my bad. 2 times in the last 3 weeks.
He
where
lost it in
touchdown.
Minnesota, came back in Tennessee, lost it again over.
Yeah.
This was he's extremely proficient though. 17 carries, 73 yards.
Him and Jahmyr Gibbs are always guaranteed like 10 points minimum at least. Jared Goff throws the ball like 15 times a game, so I mean, they have their offense going. They have what they play. They beat the Packers, unfortunately for me. But
another slow game out of James Cook though.
Yeah, James Cook. You like to see that. I'm sure.
Say slow game, but he has 4.4 yards per carry, so it's not like
he just only had 10 touches. 10 touches. I mean, the PPR really saved him on this game. 5 receptions.
It had to have, yeah.
But I mean, it's like it's crazy because he'll have the game like last week: 17 carries, 111 yards, and 2 TDs, and then next thing you know,
you gotta feed him, man.
Yeah,
like Miami's defense is not that good to not be feeding him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they still won the game.
Yeah. So I
feel like if you feed him a little more, that game's not that close.
Yeah. So on the 60-point victory, we got 20-point differential on QB. Running backs pretty heads up. Josh Jacobs, he actually had a good game, just didn't punch the ticket to the end zone. Same thing with DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift's he's been playing good recently, and
keep the faith.
He's still doing it. Cortland Sutton, this guy with a passing touchdown to Bo Nix, along with 7 catches for 122 yards. Maybe Bo Nix returned the favor and found him more ever since he got this touchdown.
Can I just make a comment that is DeAndre Swift's first sub 20-point game since week 4?
That is true. Yeah, he had been popping off all the way up until then.
Right. It's literally just ended his touchdown streak too.
Yeah, he had been popping off. I mean, yeah, DeAndre Swift, I mean, he's kind of been carrying Defy, even though Defy still loses because the rest of his lineup. But I mean, carrying the load there. Cortland Sutton, man, I've never really been a true believer of Cortland Sutton, but man, maybe Bo Nix might change that. The last 2 weeks, he's had 21 targets and 15 receptions, 100 back-to-back 100-yard games. Maybe
I've always been a believer in Cortland Sutton, but I did trade him away to Piffin, so
must not believe them too much.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I traded him for Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
I traded him for Tyreek Hill and Devin
James Cook. Yeah, James Cook. Jalen Waddle. I don't know. He got a touchdown. I don't know how you get -4 yards receiving and catch a touchdown, but maybe he had just like a 5-yard loss and a 1-yard TD.
He did actually. I think he had like no bullshit.
Goal line.
I'm pretty sure he had like a 15-yard loss at one.
Oh, maybe that's it then. Yeah. Cooper Kupp, beneficiary of Puka Nakua's throwing hands technique, ends up taking over his primary receiver ×2. 11 catches, 140 yards there, looking good. Jordan Addison actually had a really good game from Minnesota. Yeah, really good game, being the number 2 Justin Jefferson, but with all the attention that Jefferson gets, he might be coming around, man. Let me see his stats real quick. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie though, with Hawkinson being back, I would.
Yeah, he's not really a start every week. I'm pretty sure it's because of injuries or bye week over here for Defy. Well, it's Defy. Who knows what he's doing?
I don't know. He has like 3 tight ends.
Yeah, so. Yeah, Mondre is still holding. Yeah, Mondre's still holding true for Piff over here. And his flex, the boy Mondre.
My boy.
And the rest, the bench. I mean, Piffin had Tank down his bench. Aside from that, though, his roster's pretty on the bench there. He got Bo Nix for backup. I mean, I don't even have to say anything about Defy's roster, so we just pass up on that. But
do me a favor.
What's up?
I'm gonna flame my boy real quick. Pull this picture up for Mondre.
Oh, Mondre? Does he have a crazy
Nah, just pull this picture up. How does motherfucker look 24 and 39 all at the same time?
Hey man, he's
man has a 7 o'clock shadow.
He's seen the
And
trenches.
he's younger than us.
He's seen the trenches, man. He's got the
Oh, bro,
yeah.
been in these streets, man.
Hey man, he looks way better in
Oh,
person. No
dude.
homo. He looks.
He does. That's my guy. That's my guy. I'm gonna have to call him and talk shit later.
Yeah.
shit.
But yeah, that rounds it out. I guess we can. You want to do? Oh, yeah, let's do. You could get into our weekly report segment.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our weekly reports before we check our standings and schedules for the. We're gonna go through a little quick one, quick weekly report.
Oh, but wait.
Best manager somehow Docile. Obviously the most efficient and still lost this week by 40. Worst manager, go figure, Defy. 73 points, literally sub 75. Biggest blowout, Piffin takes a God knows how many point blowout over Defy. Narrow victory, Aaron pulls it out 106 to 101 over the guy Tamer.
Love to see it.
Highest score for the first time this season. Shout out to Bikey with 166. That's my co-host.
Let's go.
And soon to be roommate. Lowest score, Defy with 73. That's it just hurts.
Yeah. Let's get Smile Sticker Club.
Originally, Bikey was projected for 125. Pulls out 166. We love that.
We like that. Could have been 188 though.
Below expectation, 96 projected. Like even like
I can't believe his projected was even that high.
How do you even start your game at like projected 96? Like if I saw projected sub 100, like when I start seeing myself projected like 110, I start getting shaky, and then I realize like a player has a buy, and I'm like, oh okay, I'll just switch back.
all right.
Yeah, it's a little weird, right? But like projected 96, he just doesn't care anymore.
Nah, he doesn't.
QB of the week, Soap started Joe Burrow with 34 points. Running back of the week, Tamer got Saquon Barkley with 33. Wide receiver of the week, Jackson Smith and Jigba with 37 points. 180 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's random.
Tight end of the week, Medic almost pulls it out on Bikey with 19 from K. Dotton, but he just fell short over there. And by short, I mean 30 points short. Kicker of the week, Havoc, Tyler Bass, 12.5. Havoc was really psyched about that randomly.
Oh yeah,
was he 12.5? Like, isn't the craziest? Like Tucker had 11. Like,
I think he's going crazy because the kicker he dropped had 1 point, so he was happy with his management of that.
Yeah, better late than never was good. Smile Sneaker Club, what's up, baby? How you doing?
Welcome in.
Defense of the week, your boys LA 22. QB bench warmer Geno Smith on the bench with 27. I don't know what his actual quarterback put up, but actually I do.
He had Lamar Jackson
Stroud with 13.
Oh, CJ Stroud? Okay.
CJ Stroud with 13.
Oh, okay.
So that could have been some. I left Rico Dowdle on the bench with 20. Havoc left DeAndre Hopkins on the bench with 26. You know what's crazy? I called DeAndre's 2 touchdown game. I should have put a parlay in for it.
Should have.
I called it. I literally said I think he's good for 2 touchdowns this week. I didn't say 86 yards. I thought they were going to be short yardage touchdowns, but he put it up. Tight end bench warmer, 10.85 from Hunter Henry left on the bench.
The only person with a kicker on the bench.
I don't know why you have a bench warmer kicker, but do you think it's like Queen? New York Jets left on the bench with 16 points for OBG Medic, and if I'm not mistaken, that does outscore his Washington actually twice the amount, so it could be used. But that's gonna round out our
weekly report.
Weekly report. There we go. We're gonna turn over here and look at our current standings.
Yeah.
Possibly even make a little bit of a prediction for what's coming forward. So
yeah.
When we're looking at our current standings, technically, and this is crazy, the LVI report stands top 3. Havoc in first place.
Havoc in first place. That is not an error.
Tamer in second place. And Docile in third place, leading the LVI side of the stand. All right.
Yeah.
On the other side, we've got the LVI community, Agon's in first, Sick Kicks in second, and OBG Medic in third. Now, what's crazy is Medic and Aaron are actually, they're about 200 points away from each other. Or 100.
60 points.
119.
Medic and Aaron? Oh, Aaron. Yeah. Sorry, Medic and Aaron. Sorry.
Yeah, Medic and Aaron are about 119 points away from each other. Medic's squeezing out that third place over there in the LVI community by just realistically outscoring Aaron for the moment. What's crazy is Piffin is still in the running. You know,
He
he's
is
4-5.
my
You
boy,
know, they lose and he wins. I mean,
and he's
there's no
coming off of
telling what it could look like.
back-to-back wins too. Heating up.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear to say that Soap's not making the playoffs. I think he was
Yeah.
eliminated from playoff contention 9 weeks ago.
Same with the 5.
Same thing with the what? You never fucking know, to be honest, bro. I don't know.
Nah,
bro.
man, this guy's sub
This guy's
800,
in,
sub
like,
800 points, man. Ain't no
don't
chance.
get it twisted. Like he's not. No,
His
there's
points
zero
against
chance.
is even crazy too. Like he's like literally the second least points against, like aside from Tamer. Like he could have done something.
Facts. So on the LVI side, we've got 6-3 for Havoc, 6-3 for Tamer, 5-4 for Docile, 3-6 for me, and 3-6 for Bikey. I mean, in my opinion, that's still anybody's game,
Yeah,
right?
we got
Like,
5 more games, 5 more weeks.
so when I look, so let's make some coming up predictions, right? Now, I've got a rough schedule next week.
Let's see next week. Let's go next week.
I'm playing Sick Kicks next week, right? Sick Kicks is 7-2. You know, when I'm looking at his team, I'm looking at
Yeah, your projections
could
are
be
pretty
rough.
even right now. I don't know
Projections
what
are
moves you're gonna
close.
make. Yeah.
projections are close, but he could be rough, man. I just don't know what's gonna happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we look at you and you're playing Aaron.
Yeah,
But you got
he's hitting up.
I don't know if you got some buys next week or what do you have?
I don't know. We got
What's
Jaren
crazy
Reed. I
is
got
with
Jaren
his
Reed on a buy, but I
projection-
got Tony Pollard available. So
Yeah, with his projection currently though, he doesn't even have a kicker.
yeah, that's fine with me.
So his projection is gonna look at more like 127.
Yep. I'll be coming from behind for sure. I think I had the most thing I'm scared about is the Tua Tyreek Hill combo. I'm almost guaranteeing they're gonna connect next week, and that's gonna hurt me. So we'll see though, man. We'll see. I mean,
your projection is gonna go up because
yeah,
you're
whenever
gonna go
I plug
plug and play a defense. Because your defense right now is gonna be playing Baltimore.
Yeah, definitely changing that, and I gotta swap out a receiver. So I will. I should go up. I should go about 15 points, but I think my projection is gonna be right around 120. So I'll be, I could come from behind though. I feel like Patrick Mahomes. I know I got 3 people from the same team, which is kind of ass. But hey, they're playing against Denver. Denver just got rocked by Baltimore, so hopefully their defense gives up another 41 points.
If there's one defense or if there's one team to have 3 players on, it's that 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep, facts.
So, there ain't no telling, man.
Hey guys,
we
versus
look a little further
Dazzle.
down.
We like this. We want Dazzle to.
We like that a lot.
We like that. Agons, just keep doing your thing. Havoc versus Piffin. Piffin needs to win, so potential upset alert.
Neither one of them have a tight end in right now.
Yep, we got Tamer versus Soap. So Tamer might get I don't know if Soap. You could send some words of encouragement over to your boy. Tell him we need him. You need him badly to win to shift the tables. I feel like he can win too. Like we already said.
He's got Chris Olave out. Like.
Yeah, I mean Tamer has no receivers at all, really. So I mean, he's literally running off of Brock Bowers and his running back. So I mean,
and Bowers is on a bye. So
that's we'll see what that happens. What happens with that? And then OBG, he might, he's gonna have a easy dub there probably. I mean, Aaron's gonna want to win to keep up with OBG. So me and you, man, if we win this week. Then the league is on notice, I think. 2 of us playing some tough matchups here.
The problem is I like to look in advance, right?
Yeah, of course.
And week 11 I play Medic.
I got Agons.
Here's the problem. I play Medic. Chuba Hubbard and Tyrone Tracy are both
what?
They're both on a bye.
You need some water? You got water?
No, I don't.
All right, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up here.
I'm dying.
I know.
I'm dying, chat.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll look at our projections going forward. I'll get over to our waiver wire pickup of the week. Khalil Herbert? What? Khalil Herbert traded to the Bengals. I don't see them slowing down Chase Brown. Chase Brown's popping off. I don't know about that pickup. I would probably say, I mean, Jaceki got caught 2 touchdowns, hit 2 gritties. So I mean, he's kind of nice if you need a flyer for a tight end. Who knows? Maybe I'll just pick him up just so that Tamer doesn't have a flyer for tight ends. And then we got Quentin Johnson, who kind of busted his Lad McConkey impersonation, hitting the hitting a touchdown this week and over 100 yards receiving. Nothing too crazy. There were no major injuries. I don't think there's anything crazy going on. Do you need to step away? To make sure you're all right. You gotta make sure you survive, man.
I was trying to hold my breath for a second.
Yeah. All right.
Whew, I'm good.
I would say, I mean, Kate Otten is 83% rostered. Obviously, he was who we talked about 2 weeks ago. If you didn't pick him up then you're stuck. Jonathan Mingo might be a flyer if you think that he's not going to produce this first week, but he might do something the next week. I don't think he's really.
I mean, he could be a possible flyer. I think somebody big on my radar right now is Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, Demarcus
even
Robinson.
With Cooper Kupp. Yeah, even with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua both back.
Yeah, he's been popping off.
Either way, he's still getting the production in the red zone.
He's getting the targets. Yeah, he's getting
the target in the red zone. You know what I mean? So, and he's making the best out of it. He's not a small guy. I mean, 6', 202 pounds. Like, he's slightly lanky, but he's a big guy. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're looking for a flyer, you might just want to go that route. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, Demarcus Robinson will probably be probably the overall pick of the week. I think if you need a tight end, you go just Gesicki. Outside of that, I mean, like I said, there's like maybe some depth in picking up Dalvin Cook, in my opinion. Rico Dowdle's kind of supplanted as a primary back, and just because Zeke has his own issues going on over there. And I think if you need a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers is less than 50% rostered on your team. He's picked up here in this league, but if not, maybe you got Matthew Stafford available. I think Stafford has his weapons back, so I mean he's starting to heat up as well.
Yeah. Now after seeing my bye weeks in week 11, I'm looking possibly at what I can do for a running back.
Hey, yeah. Make sure you look ahead. We'll see.
I'm looking ahead. Man.
So
I'm looking at that week 11 matchups, man, and I don't.
Yeah, I believe in you, but
I don't.
It's all right, man. Just you're just thirsty right now. We're thirsty for dubs. We're thirsty for water.
I was thinking Ray Davis. Ray Davis's week 11 is Kansas City. Tyler Allgeier's week 11 is Denver.
You're looking for them guys that are gonna vulture some touchdowns.
Jalen Warren's week 11 is Baltimore. Like, I'm fucked.
Well,
holy shit.
We'll see what happens. That's gonna wrap it up for this episode. I'm
gonna go cry myself to sleep.
Yeah. No, don't worry. We're gonna make a run. We're gonna make things excited as we reach the playoff weeks coming up. I mean, obviously these next 5 weeks are critical for ourselves as well as a few other members in the league. Once again, shout out to Raising Cane's, our title sponsor of the Inferno Gridiron, as well as Paradox Customs, Shure, and Zip Chair Gaming. This wouldn't be possible without them. It wouldn't be possible without you guys watching.
Shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to all the viewers. We appreciate you guys wholeheartedly.
Yes.
So much, man. But I think that's gonna do it for us nowadays or today. If you want to catch us again on Tuesday. If I'm not mistaken, that will be the 12th, anywhere between 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific. Today was a little earlier than usual, but we'll see what time
we'll let it slide. Yeah,
we'll see what time we go live next week. If you want to find out more information, go to the Vegas Inferno Twitter. We usually post it in advance, and you'll see exactly when it drops. But
also, if you just turn on noties and hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, you could get a notification when we go live as well.
This is facts. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us, man.
All right.
So,
Dreamer, where can they find you?
Dreamer LV on all platforms, man.
All right.
Doesn't matter where.
Biking Round on all platforms as well. And I'll leave it to you for our wonderful outro.
My name's Dreamer. This is my amazing bikie. You guys have been watching the Inferno Hardcore. Y'all have a good one, man. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.